kuomba chakula ilikuwa hard. Sometimes alikuwa anaenda kuomba chakula ili ndio tukule usiku.
Nimelala mamangu pekee. Mimi na brother mdogo tuko watano kwa nyumba yetu, lakini sijui baba pale yako.
Mama yangu ni mgonjwa, angeweza kufanya kazi.
Nikimaliza shule nataka nikuwe injinia wa ndege.
Nilikuwa nakula once per day. Nikiwa seriously, nilikuwa napata breakfast, lunch na supper.
I trust you are all well. I am Helen Munyiri and I am the CCLC manager. I would like to give a brief history of Alex Mwendwa and Duncan Otieno and Martin Njoroge. Alex Mwendwa came to our home, that is 2022 November. This was after I was informed by the chief. I went to rescue the child. I found that he was attacked by the mob because of stealing some issues, some things like food stuff, and they were in a point of taking him to a police station. And at the moment I went in, the child was vulnerable, and I got the back history, and I was informed that he was dropping school each and every day because of lack of basic needs.
Alex Mwendwa hakuwa ananipenda, ndio nilale nje. Nakushukuru mama, nikimaliza nikuwe injinia wa ndege.
The shelter that they were in could not accommodate all of them. They were 6 in number. That was a step-blood mother and other cousins of him. But after a period of 1 month, the child settled, and he found out that we embraced him and we loved him. He is a cool child who aspires to be the best in his life, and he doesn't miss any school day, and the stealing character have never developed again. He's a staunch Christian now, and we trust God for him. As for the Duncan Otieno, he was born in 2006, meaning that he is 17 years old.
Kwa hakika naweza sema Mungu ako na kila kitu, kuna jitihada. Sikuwa najua kama Mungu anaweza fanya nifike mahali hapa, na si kwa uwezo wetu, ni uwezo wa Mwenyezi Mungu, na kwa hakika amefanya kila kitu.
He was living with the grandmother when his mother abandoned him and his father had died. When he was abandoned, the house that they were staying was locked. So they went to stay with a neighbor, and it was later found out by a relative who lives in Kayole that they were staying with a neighbor. The aunt who took them in, who now lives in Kayole, was a drunkard, and she is HIV positive, meaning that she even can't feed herself. The children were going a lot of turmoils, and eventually a close friend to the aunt who lives near our home spoke to the management, and the kids were rescued. He's currently in class 8. He's doing well. He loves sport, and the future is very bright for him. And we trust God. He will be that gentleman in his future. And I would give a brief history of Martin Njoroge. He came to our home year 2021. He is in grade 6. He's a cool boy, a Christian. His case started when Corona hit the country, which was worldwide. His mother, who is positive and who does manual jobs, she found out that she could not get any employment or any casual jobs. Thus, feeding herself and her kids was a big deal for her. She sank into depression, and the child was rescued by the village elders, who took the child to the children officer, and we were communicated. We took the child in. He has improved greatly. He seems to have settled, and he is a cool child. He loves God, and he works very hard. He aspires to be an engineer, which we believe that God is going to make it. I would like to mention about Dennis Karanja. He was born in 2003, meaning he's 20 years old. Currently, he's in Form 3, GOA High School. He completed his Class 8 in the year 2020 and he scored 200 marks, which was a great boost for us because that was his level best.
Nikiwa huku primary, sikuanga na uniform. Nilikuwa naenda tu shule hivyo. Nilikuwa tu nimevaa nguo za nyumbani. Since venye Linda aliongea na aunti yangu, nikaenda CRC. So hapo tukiwa CRC, tukakaa siku 2-3 huko, tukapelekwa shule. So maisha ikabadilika sababu sikuwa navaa uniform huko, sikuwa navaa kiatu ya shule. Huko nimevaa kiatu ya shule, kavaa kila kitu, yani school uniforms. Nikiwa huku sikuwa nakula lunch. Nilikuwa lunch kukula ilikuwa siku moja. Nilikuwa nakula once per day. So nikiwa huko nilikuwa napata, nikiwa CRC nilikuwa napata breakfast, lunch na supper. Ni sahi na venye naona maisha yangu imebadilika kuliko ya huko nyuma.
And his case started when he was 5 years old. His mother, who sank into depression after the death of her husband, left the child and locked her in her room. And the child stayed there for 2 days. And a friend of the mother came and opened the door and found the child in, who was not knowing the whereabouts of the mother. She took the child to an aunt who lives in Kiambu, Morera, and she took the child in, although she has 6 more kids that are biologically hers, and she does manual jobs.
Niko majina naitwa Sara Wairimo. Mimi ndio aunti ya Dennis Karanja. Wakati mamake aliwaachanisha kwa nyumba alipoteanga, mimi ndiye nilishughulika hapa na hapa na yeye, tuka struggle ndio nikapata chance ya masomo, ndio asaidike. Mimi ndio kama mamake, juu hadi leo hatujaiona mamake. Hii ni mwaka wa 7 kama tujaimuona. Mimi naefurianga wa mama nguo, au nikipata kazi ya kulima na lima, nalipo 250 kutoka saa 2 za asubuhi mpaka saa 7 za mchana. Nashukuru sana juu hao wenye walimchukua kamsomesha. Naambia tu Mungu awabariki, na sijui venye naweza sema juu ya ile furaha na kuanga nayo.
I would thank you for sponsoring our kids. Thank you for giving them this chance to see the better life, and also because they meet all the basic needs and their school continues well. We thank you and may God bless you all.
Thagana ajire kana miaka 7. Furahia kuwa Tumaini. Nashukuru Mungu nikija Tumaini kwa sababu mama yangu ni mgonjwa. Angeweza kufanya kazi kupeleka shule, shosho pia angeweza.
GOA is working to empower communities around the GOA churches to make sure that people are empowered in order for them to be able to cater for their own needs and the needs of others in the communities. We have very huge and diverse needs, ranging from school fees to shelters to food and clothing, and we want to create a community that is empowered, and the transformation of the community is centered around the church. So the church is the driving force towards the community empowerment, and this will help us to make sure that the members and the congregation in the churches are fully empowered, so that as we drive towards the vision 2032 for the integration of the children into the communities, we'll already be having communities that are empowered, so that they are able to integrate these children from the orphanages back to the communities. We have already started through empowerment of simple income projects like cattle keeping.
My name is Reverend Daniel Owero Morioki. I'm the overseer in this area of Mount Kenya East, and I love the Lord as my Savior. Yes, it's last year by the month of July when I received a call from Bishop asking me whether it's any man who seems able to rear or to keep a cow and who have that experience. And so I thought of this family because they are very faithful in their tithing, they are very faithful in their giving, especially when it comes a time where the church we need money. They are in front trying to support.
Nĩ wega nĩ ũndũ wa kĩrathimo gĩkĩ ndarathimirwo nakĩo kĩa ng'ombe. Kĩrathimo gĩkĩ nĩ kĩndeithĩtie mũno nĩ ũndũ ona ndĩrĩ ndakinyĩrĩra ũhoro wa kwaga mũhothi kanitha-inĩ nĩ ũndũ ng'ombe ĩyo nĩ ĩndeithĩtie mũno, nĩ tũteithĩtie mũno na mũtumia wakwa nĩ ũndũ mahinda arĩa kwĩna mũhothi nĩtũgĩaga nĩ ihinda rĩa kũgĩa nĩ ihinda rĩa kũruta. Rĩu nĩ tuonete kĩrathimo kĩnene mũno thĩinĩ wa ng'ombe ĩyo nĩ ũndũ ona rĩrĩa gwatuĩkĩka nĩ gũkũrutwo ithuĩ tũtirĩ twagĩa nĩ ihinda rĩa gũkorwo tũgĩcererwo nĩ ũndũ nĩ tũgĩaga nĩ ihinda rĩa kũmĩkama. Koguo nĩ ndĩrĩigua ngĩcokia ngatho, ndĩrĩigua ngĩkena nĩ ũndũ wa ng'ombe ĩyo nĩ ũndũ ng'ombe ĩyo nĩ nyonete arĩ kĩrathimo kĩnene, na rĩu no njuge nĩ kĩrathimo kĩnene mũno. Nĩ ndĩracokia ngatho mũno 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 ona nĩ ũndũ wa andũ acio magĩire nĩ ihinda rĩa kũndathima nayo. Ngai aromongerera matuku, aromongerera ingĩ nyingĩ mũno makĩria nĩ ũndũ kĩu nĩ kĩrathimo kĩmwe kĩnene mũno 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 na nĩ kĩhotete kũndeithia.
Ng'ombe ĩno ĩtuĩkĩte kĩrathimo mũno, nĩ tũbaga lita 8 cia iria, nĩ twendagia na igatuĩka ũteithio witũ mũno mũno mũno, nĩ tũkenete mũno. Guo ndĩngĩenda kuga acio marutire wĩra ũcio, Ngai amarathime mũno, amongerere na mathiĩ na mbere na gwĩka ũguo, nĩ tondũ ũguo tũiguire thĩinĩ wa ngoro citũ nĩ tũkenete mũno na tũkauga atĩ tigo Ngai ũngĩmarathima na meke wega na maririkane. Ũguo rĩu nĩ rĩo iboya rĩrĩa tũgĩkorwo twĩ narĩo na mathiĩ na mbere na gwĩka ũguo, na Ngai witũ amararamĩrie mĩbaka na tuĩke wa kũmarathima kinya kĩroho, athiĩ na mbere kũmakĩrĩria tha ciake.
Goats, beekeeping, and these are some of the ways in which you can partner with us to, when you give someone a cow, they are able to milk, sell some of the milk and also have some income. Chicken project and poultry farming is also a very viable idea in some of the areas which we have identified these needs, mostly in the western region of Kenya where the needs are a lot. The rate of HIV is quite high and therefore we have many people who are either infected or affected by the virus, and so these are ways in which GO is already working to empower these communities, and we are grateful for the far we've come. And so as we work towards the larger vision of seeing communities empowered, we would like to be to invite you on board, to come on board as we work together to raise these empowered communities. Thank you.